If you have not answered the question of who am I, why am I here on earth, you will not be able to add value in the manner that will be beneficial to both you and the people out there, because purpose itself is tied around three things. First, you bring satisfaction to your own life. Two, you answer the questions of humanity. Three, you bring glory to God. These are the three criteria. These are the three components of a purpose. So when you are able to do these three, you can say you have found purpose. And there's no way you do these three and you will not add value to humanity. So first, it starts with helping your child to discover their purpose. And again, this is a deeper discussion, but I'm just going to, try and scratch the surface. When a child is manifesting certain tendencies, for example, they like to draw. Every book is a drawing book for them. Everywhere is a canvas. Everywhere is a canvas. If you have a child like that, the tendency for you to think, out of all the professions in this world, you choose fine art. The tendency for a parent to think like that of their child is very high. But you see, the child that draws is not necessarily going to end up as an artist, a fine artist. It's just manifesting the tendency for creativity. And the only expression that they have for that tendency is through the images they create, wherever they create them. That same child can end up an architect, because an architect draws, right?
Yes.
That same child can end up a design engineer.
Yes.
They can design machines and all of those things. They can end up an AI specialist, creating softwares that like DALL-E and the rest of them that can create images, powerful images for us. Adobe Fly, they can end up as those. So it's just for you to discover, okay, this is the tendency my child is manifesting. What purpose can humanity get from this? How will it bring him satisfaction? And how will it bring glory to God? It doesn't have to be cast in stone. Like, of course, it could be fine as. Yeah, it could be fine as at the end of the day. Yes. Nothing like, people have galleries today. Go to Lagos, you see galleries that for you to buy an artwork, you're paid about 4 million, 5 million to buy an artwork. Yes. To buy one artwork. And you see somebody who was labored for 3 months, 6 months, designing these artworks, and they open the gallery, people come buy artwork, and what they have gained in one day, what you have worked in 10 years, you have not gained. So that could be very creative. Lucrative rather. I'm saying that you may not just draw a line and say, this is what this child is by what they are manifesting. It is usually too early for us to tell.
Right.
Usually too early. 10 years, 15 years, you can't tell yet. You can't tell yet. Let the child continue to grow.
Yeah.
As they grow, they will discover more. So, yes, help them find purpose in whatever they're doing. Help them find purpose in it. Number two, help them to discover that whatever purpose they have found or discovered must bring with it benefits to people. Because if making money is the only song you sing to the ear of your child, the day that child finds that it is to cut the head of somebody that will make the money come faster, you should not blame them. Making money. So how does money come? Whichever way. So help them to realize that in discovering purpose, they have to bring value. What does value mean? Whatever answers an existing question, that's value. There's an existing question, there's an existing issue. Yes, so that thing you're bringing is a solution to that question, is a solution to that issue. So that thing answers to it, that's value. And it could come in the form of a product, it could come in the form of a service, it could come in the form of anything. Help them to know that they must bring value to humanity. People must look at what they do and be grateful to God on their behalf.
Kingdom, instilling kingdom mindedness as well.
Yes. Yes.
In the course of all this,
that's the part of bringing glory to God, right? Because whatever you do, it does not go back to the source. It's not enough.
So now, children, once they understand a thing, they can. It's either they're enthusiastic about it or they are not.
Yes.
So trying to make them understand, okay, yes, we do this to give God glory without making it seem mechanical. Just like, okay, we go to church Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. wife, fellowship, the routine. Thank you. So it becomes mechanical at some point.
Yeah.
And they don't find joy
Yeah.
in it. So how do we instill that kingdom-mindedness such that we preserve their joy? They enjoy doing it. It's something that by default
Yeah.
they just enjoy doing it and they jump at it.
So it's for them to understand the purpose behind what you're doing, including going to church. Let them understand the purpose behind it. Purpose, when understood, defines everything. It defines everything. Why do we go to church? Let them understand the purpose behind it. Let them understand the purpose behind it. Why do we go to church? Because we owe our lives to God. We serve God. God created us to serve Him. So whichever way it requires for us to do it, as enunciated in His Word, that's how we do it. The Word says, do not neglect the gathering of God's people. So that's one way God expects us to express our service to Him, our love to Him. You do it for that purpose. Let them understand the purpose behind it. Let them understand the manual that guides them. I would expect that it's more beneficial to parents when they allow their children to discover God for themselves. You introduce God to them. You tell them God's ways. You teach them God's ways as much as you can. Give them room to also discover God for themselves. Give them template that they can work with, but open it up. Open it up. You know, if you force them, a point will come when they will become their own persons and they will make their own decisions. You may not like the way to turn out. You know, so you pushing it down their throat because they are their father. Everything you say, they must do. You are their mother. As far as you have said it, it must hold one. Oh, okay. The time will come when they will grow up and leave the house.
Yeah.
And then they will be their own parents, as it were. They will retort less to you for decisions. They will make their own decisions. And then at that point, whatever they make out of it, it will be too terrible for you to change.
Right. Spoke about saving. Now, I know that as children, most of the time it is difficult for them to save.
Yeah.
Because they want to, whenever they have money, little money, they just want to buy that thing that they want to eat,
Yes.
or they want to get a toy or whatever.
Yes.
So how do you coach them and make them see reasons why they should save? How do you coach them to save? Or
Maybe like practical steps.
yes,
For maybe life experiences that you allow them to see.
Okay.
That they
Yeah.
should
Okay.
see
So
out
I
of
think
that,
you can teach them better from your experience, right? If you've saved towards something and you were able to achieve that thing by savings, you can let them know that, okay, look, this car, I had to save towards it. That was why I was able to buy it. If I didn't save towards this car, I would not be able to get it. So if you want to get something that you wanted, maybe whatever it is that they say they want, you have to save towards it and let them enjoy the benefit of whatever they say they are saving towards.
Yeah.
Give them that benefit. For a start, if they say they are saving towards a particular kind of toy, when they have that money, let them buy that toy.
Yeah.
It instills in them, they believe that, okay, so I can save towards anything.
And then on our part, integrity.
Yes, of course. Parents, especially mothers. Yeah. You know, especially, you know, so do not just take it away from them. Do not just take it away from them. Let them feel the benefit of having saved towards that thing. And then again, right, you play a role of a guidance, right?
Yes,
Or a guide throughout the whole process. What do I mean? Sometimes children go to school. I know my boys do this sometimes. They go to school and they did not spend their money. So they come back home with that money. And then now that they have come back home, they now want to go and buy that thing. So you give them money for snacks. You know, they went to school, they didn't buy snacks. They had food, they went to school with it, you know. But they came back home and then I said, Daddy, I have my money. I want to go and buy my snacks now. So I'm like, okay, why do you need the snacks now? I know, but the money is for snacks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not, but why do you need the snacks? Because I'm hungry. Well, you're going to have lunch. You are home now. You had your breakfast. You had meal in school. Now you're going to have lunch. So if you buy snacks, would you rather snacks than lunch? Or lunch than snacks? Now, the benefit is this. If you have lunch, you can still have your money.
Yeah.
But if you buy your snacks, you're going to lose your money.
And lunch.
So which would you want? And then they're like, Okay, but tomorrow I will make sure I spend my money in school. Okay, no problem. But save this one first,
Yes.
And then, I tried it with my boys. And at the time when they broke their piggy bank at the close of last year, okay, the one who did it more had more money in the piggy bank than the other one. So it was a bragging point. Oh my God. He bragged for days on end. He would carry the bunk up because he was now wrapped in rubber band. So he would carry it in his hand and move for the other one to see that he was richer. So children just need to know that these things actually work. They need to see it. It is this small habit that they will grow up with. I'm not saying that every child who has ever had a piggy bank will grow up and maintain the habit, but most of them will.
Our personalities are different.
Exactly.
They come into play.
Experiences in life, exposures, a lot of things will come into play. Eventually, that will define how children eventually behave. But you see, there are some things when you introduce in them early, they can become predictable. You can say, at least I know that even if he misses it, he will come back to this. He's been trained with it.
And I love the fact that from what you're saying, it's important to have conversations with them.
Very.
Conversations, not that you're dismissing them, you try to impose your thoughts, your own methods, on their lives. You have conversations that will get them to think.
Yeah.
And then they give you feedback.
Yeah, there are things you have to force them to accept.
Definitely.
Children are children, all right?
Values.
You cannot put the brain of a 27-year-old on a 2-year-old. It's impossible. All right? There are some things you have to force them to adopt. They may not understand it. They will eventually. But let it not be that everything has to come by way of, you have to do this. You must do this. Especially when it comes to this, because it's something that will be useful for them even in the future.
What do you think about the reward? I mean, you get them to do chores and they reward. What do you think about that?
Okay, well, I have not practiced that with my children. I've only gotten to realize that they cannot be in the house and I'm doing certain kind of things for them. For example, you used your books and you littered your room with your books. I cannot pick up your books for you. It's not. I don't have to tell you there's a possibility of reward if you pick up your books. I think if anything at all, the possibility that you're going to get flogged for not picking up your books. Yeah, for me, that's it. All right.
Yes.
But then there are some things, some habits you want them to gain, some things you want them to start doing, but it will not be successful easily. I mean, I don't even know if I said that right, but you will not make a success of that thing easily with them until a reward system is introduced. Okay. Your child is doing very poorly, and you know that the child has the potential, the capacity is there, but the child is just not. It's not just not, So you may introduce reward. If you beat this record of yours, you will get this. And then watch that child. That might just be the only thing the child needs. Before you see that child manifesting and you're wondering, whoa, I didn't know that this was there. I remember a senior friend told me that the son was doing very poorly in maths and they did everything they could, including getting an extra teacher and everything. The child was just not. It was just, this maths, we must fail it, Nisha. Until the day he told the child, okay, I know you don't like maths, but you see, if you do very well with maths, this term I'll get you a bicycle. Well, long story short, that child came third in maths.
Wow.
In that class. The same child, the same subject, but a reward system broke something. So there are times when rewards will work. There are times when you have to adopt other methods. But generally, let them know what is expected of them to do. Your child is growing up. They have to be introduced to doing chores, cleaning their house. There's no need for reward in that. It's something they have to know how to do. Yeah, chores includes everything. Sweeping, doing the dishes, everything. Yeah. That includes, respecting people when you see them. If I'm with my child and we meet an elderly person and I greet and my child does not greet, I will tell them, why have you not greeted? Why did you not greet? Oh, the person will be there because I want them to learn to do it. Yes. And so they're okay. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then gradually I see them changing on their own. In fact, one time I was the one that told me, it's okay We were going on the way. He was greeting.
Yes.
Everybody
Yes.
that passed
Yes.
was a victim of his greeting.
That's sorry for you.
That's why it's not like that. I didn't say you should greet good, so greet, but do it with, So I was the one who had to do that.
Yeah.
So that's the point. That's the point.
All right. I had to know. There are some kids that are not really interested in business.
Yeah.
They just go book.
Hmm.
They love reading.
Hmm.
They want to study. I have one of my younger sisters. When the son is talking about selling this, there was one time we had to change her school because she had they didn't have a chemistry teacher. I was wondering, when I didn't have chemistry teacher, I was happy.
You were
because
happy.
it was free period for us, but she was pestering everybody in the house. She was to change the school. There's no chemistry teacher, and she was almost depressed. We had to change her school. So, to some parents, they'll feel this child, what can come out of we just studying, education, no business interest. What can bring money? Because most of us right now, we have the idea that what brings money more now is skill or being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But the Monday to Friday, it's
Okay,
not
so
lucrative.
you are touching something.
How do we? Some parents will be bothered.
Yeah.
Yes, they are excited that the child is doing well, but they
Yeah.
are bothered about the
The
future.
future.
So
I think that you are touching something that's very, very dear to the essence of this discussion itself. I would be glad if I have a son or a daughter who is so keen on their books. I would not have a problem with that. I know you think I will, but I will not. Because I know what to do. All right. And this is what I'm going to do.
Knowing what to do.
If you have a child that is so interested in a particular thing, be grateful because the child has already made it easy for you to choose to help them go in a particular direction. They're not making decisions about their future difficult.
yeah.
If you have to be thinking, what kind of child is this? What will this child want? Then that's a problem. But a child has shown you that book is the way. It's easy. So for you to introduce elements that will bring in more money than book alone will bring is this thing I'm going to mention now. Let the child learn how to productize what they know. Yes. When the child has knowledge with chemistry, they're very good with chemistry. What they have is knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge is not enough to make money. But knowledge can be productized to bring money. So let the child know what to do with chemistry that can bring them money. And I'm not saying teaching. And I'm not saying again that teaching is wrong. But I'm saying that there is a way you can begin to sell chemistry that will bring money for you. For example, go online now, you have Facebook tutors. Somebody teaches mathematics. They were probably like those kind of children.
Yes.
Who loved mathematics so much that it became,
Can use anything to teach you.
Yes.
So now you see them, they have their pages and they teach you math and you wonder, wow, this same thing I thought it was this difficult. But you see, they are earning on that page. They have productized their knowledge. You can have a YouTube page where you're teaching computer. Your child loves computer so much, but he doesn't know what to do with it. They can productize it. So you imagine a 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 15, 12, right? 14, that has a page where they are teaching their colleagues. They know the language they will speak,
Yeah.
that their mate will understand better.
Yes.
So that chemistry that child loves so much, they can begin to teach that same chemistry to their peers all over the world on their page. They can explain it in their own terms, use their own Gen Z or Gen Alpha languages and everything. They have productized it. So you find that in loving book, that child is making money. So it's just to know what to do. If I have a child like that, that's exactly what I'm going to do to that child. I'm not going to wait until you finish. In fact, by the time you are through with the university, you're already making money with the course. So that's for me. That's how to go about it.
Never thought about it, I guess.
So I came across a video. There's this renowned person, maybe not. I'll mention the person's name. And he said something about him flying business class. So he said when he's traveling with his son, he flies business class, but puts his child in economy.
Okay.
So he lets just to let the child know that he's the dad and he's the one working. The child
Okay.
is not working. So the child is just privileged. So he should stay in economy with others in economy. To paraphrasing what he said. So okay, let me hear your thoughts on that before I say what I think. Or should it be the other way around?
I would not know why he's doing that.
Okay.
Because this reason you have given may not be enough for me.
Okay.
So maybe
he
there's another reason.
He came from a humble beginning.
Okay.
So he feels like because he's the one doing all the work, he's the one
Yeah.
making the money.
Yeah.
The child is
Relaxed.
I think the child should be a teenager or a teenager in
Okay.
So he's not the one making money.
Yeah.
These were his words. This child is not the one making money. So he is the one making money. So the child should fit in economy with every other person making money. So he that is a business person making money. That's it.
Yeah, we all have our decisions. We all have our choices that we make about things. But I would not decide like him. I would not choose like him. To start with, if you can fly, you have money. To start with, right? So that's the child is sitting in economy. It does not mean that those who are sitting in economy are not making money.
Right.
There are those who are making much more than he's making, but will not fly a business class.
True.
They will stay in that economy.
Yes.
So I don't think that for me, I don't know his reasons. For me, I think there are underlying issues that he's not talking about. You know,
Yeah.
So personally, okay, go ahead.
if he really wants to maybe let the child know how those people, how people should feel when they don't make money, he should make the child trek.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Because it's simply.
You know, that's how you treat not making money. But if this other one is what we're talking about, then no. Even if you're driving a car, you have to have money to go to the park, to enter a vehicle that takes you to wherever you're going. You know, so you're definitely making some amount of money.
Right.
I think there are other ways to instill the values, to train that child, to let them know. There are other ways.